Right guys, one of the exercises that we're going to go through today is what we call the lat raise. Now the lat muscle is actually the one on the side, but the lat raise is simply called the lat raise because it's moving in a lateral movement, which is away from your body going to the sideways. So typically what Ben's going to show you now is what people do in the gym wrong, alright? So when you're ready. So we can see that the weights are coming in front of him. His traps are coming, so if you turn around and just face the camera, so do the same again, just watch that pause, up we come. So you can see now that his traps, these muscles here, are coming into it to help lift his shoulders up, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to correct it and actually show you the proper and correct way to do the lat raise so that you typically feel it in your shoulder. So the shoulder is the muscle that you're actually focusing on working. Now, to give you a bit of sort of anatomy lessons, there's three parts of shoulder. You've got the anterior or the front, the medial, obviously middle, and the posterior, which is the back. Now typically people are always stronger through the front part of the shoulder, purely because when they're training things like chest, the front part of the shoulder takes over, as well as the pec and the chest muscle as well. All right, now what we want to focus on is the whole shoulder, mainly focusing on the medial delt on the lat raise. So when you're ready, first of all, what I want you to do is just face this way, Ben. Okay, take a step forward. All right, so what he's actually going to do first, he's going to look at creating tension in his shoulder. Now, I could give Ben 40 kilos of weight and get him to hold him there, and he could hold him there for as long as he wanted to, all right? The trick is if we give him a lighter weight and get him to push his chest up, squeeze shoulder blades together, and actually take his arms away from his body, that creates tension through the shoulder. So what we're going to get him to do is we're just going to get him to sort of squeeze his shoulder blades together and down, so he's pulling everything down, and focusing on driving the weight away from him that way. And then all he's going to do is keep his shoulders down, his chest up, and just bring the weight up to the side, keep coming, just so it's pretty much shoulder level, just under, okay, no higher than that. What happens when you come higher is the trap comes into it to help elevate the shoulder up further, all right? So bring it down nice again, nice and slow. So you're going to stop there. So you're really only working, go up, 45 degrees from here to there and back up. Good, and then bring it in. Cool. So obviously Ben's doing it freestanding. Now what you can do is you can do it seated. You can also do it standing when you support against something. So if we use a pole or a bench, and this applies when you're seated as well, this just helps stop that swinging motion. And typically, the reason that people will swing and they'll lift the shoulders up like that is purely because the weight's too heavy. And we always bang on about drop the ego, drop the weight. So if you're looking at focusing on a muscle, you really need to be thinking about moving the weight with that muscle and not just thinking about dragging it up, okay? So squeeze shoulder blades together, okay, same again. Arms slightly bent. Now what I want you to do this time, Ben, is as you come up, just turn your thumb down a little bit as well. Okay, so up we come. Good, keep it going. So up we come. Come down slow. Good, and then up. Super, and relax there. So what we can see is Ben stopped the swinging motion. He's really focusing more, and can you feel that more through your shoulders? Yeah. Super. So rather than him doing it and then lifting the weights up and this muscle here being particularly pumped and full of blood, he should be feeling that through his shoulders, and it should just be burning in the right areas. So guys, that's how you do a lat raise. Think about driving your arms down and away from you and pushing away. Dead easy tip is to imagine you're trying to reach a light switch that's just too far away from you. Okay guys, hope that helps. Enjoy.